Hello, 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 and welcome. Happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday. Well, it's a good thing I'm live because I only have one day to remember. Then I'm only live now Wednesday. So happy Wednesday. How are you? Let's see who is up in this chat. Today we are talking about the side effects of it all. Still more side effects. I told you guys I have two of my close friends that are on this medication treatment. I like to call it a treatment. One of them, I'm trying to get to go this route, and she's so worried about the side effects of it all. So I said, I'm going to talking about these side effects because I think that's what research says. That's what most people stop taking a GLP-1 for, is because the side effects get to them. So we're going to be talking about that. And then I know we have the smartest chat in all of GLP-1 land. So hopefully we can give some of the newbies tips. Maybe some of the people who have been on it will learn something new. So we shall see. So let's see. Who do we have in the chat? Let's see. I see carnivore muscle. Geez, I saw that muscle and I just geez, Louise, I want some muscles. So that's going to motivate me. Let's see. So just before I came on here, let me go to this little banner. Just before I came on here, I was walking on my walking pad. Today has been a busy day, but it's been a sit down kind of busy day, not an up and moving kind of busy day. So I said, I need to get my steps in. I was sweating and I was sweating. I had to turn down the heat. So that's now I'm, can be on the chilly side. And then, I got to get these steps in. My goal is 7,000 steps, but my doctor told me 10,000, ma'am. And I said, okay, I'll work my way up to the 10, which was my plan all along. But I'm not trying to fool myself and start off with 10,000 steps because I know I'm not going to be successful. And if I don't do anything else, I like to set myself up for success. So that's why I started out at 7,000 so I can surpass that, and then I'll climb my way up. So, and that's what we should do, right? You want to make yourself feel like you can do something. You don't want to make the challenge too tough. So, all right. So I am just hot and bothered, but in the best possible way. All right, so we're talking tonight about GLP-1 users. Is this normal after your shot? Is this normal after shot day? So if anybody's having some things that are bothering them after that shot day, we want to hopefully help support you, give you some ideas of things you can do. And I'm going to say the easiest part of this journey, if you watch that video where I talked about my 2-year Mounjaro anniversary, the easiest thing is taking the injection. And afterwards, I really haven't been bogged down with side effects. I have some easy peasy ones in my mind because they don't really put me out of commission. I think the higher I got on dose, which is why I don't know why I don't really want to be on 15, but the higher I got up in dose, or should I say this 12.5, my side effects just kind of dwindled down. So I barely have any. So I'm just easy breezy, lemon squeezy, floating by, float on. Remember the Isley Brothers? Who's hip to the Isley Brothers? Did they sing that float on song? So I feel like that's what I'm doing on most days. I'm floating by. Now, if I could just get this exercise and, under control and eat the protein like I'm supposed to be doing, I'm in it to win it. All right, so we got Mel to the B. She says, good evening, Dee and friends. Happy hump day. Yes, thank you, Mel. She's telling us to like, share, and subscribe. And subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And then we got these two chats going on. I'm seeing myself twice. It's like I always wanted a twin, like a real life twin, and I'm twinning on this. I'm seeing myself in real time twice. It's so funny. If you're reading this chat message, then you're in the mobile adapted chat. Please join us on the standard chat if you like. Okay, very good. Thank you, Mel. And she's saying hello to everyone. I came in here and said, hey, Melly Mel. Mel said it's only Wednesday. Well, look at here. We got my friend Devin up in here. He says, hello, I think I'm super. Devin, why are you superhuman? Tell us what is it like to be superhuman? What are the characteristics? I want to know. If they don't want to know, I want to know. Miss Brenda. Okay, I'm trying not to say Miss, but it's gonna be a work in progress. So, Brenda, how are you? How are you? Keisha, how are you? Keisha, how are you? Looking good and fly as always. Jeez, Louise. Now you're keeping this profile pic for a while. So I love that. I really love that. Okay, who else do we have in here? Oh, wait. What does Devin say? 2 minutes, 32 seconds. Dead hang on the first try. I might go back on a GLP-1 just for the summer shred. So you're on a GLP-1 just for shredding for the summer, huh? Jeez, Louise. Okay, all right. Well, if that is you in that picture, it's working. So you did, okay. Geez, Louise, a dead hang on the first try. What is a dead hang? So now I got to look up what a dead hang is because I got to see what this is. I'm not going to do it right now, but I'm going to come back to it. I'm going to set my timer. And when my timer goes off, it's going to be telling me that I need to figure out what that is. Now, you guys don't tell me in the chat, but I want to actually see it. Now, I'm not saying I want to do it, but I want to know like what moves a superhuman that's working out like crazy is doing. Okay, all right. Are you working out like crazy? Or are you barely working out? Which one is it? Let me see. Okay, dang. Okay, I almost forgot. How do I set my timer? Okay, so it is. So I'm going to say at 8:50. I'm long-winded, so I'm going to give myself to 8:56 to go through this chat real quick. All right, Devin, I'm going to beat the 8:56 though. But let's see. Sweet Bee, how are you? Happy Wednesday, Didi in chat. Mail to the what? Hold up. Wait a minute. We got a super chat. Geez, Louise. Okay, who is this? Mail to the bee. She says, Didi, I am beyond proud of your movement, your sleep hygiene, and all that you are doing in the name of health. Thank you. That is don't have me doing the ugly Oprah cry up on here. I am so excited. And I appreciate that because Mel knows I've really been trying. I've been getting in that sleep. That means I'm not talking to friends and family as late, but that's okay. You know, I'm getting in that beauty rest. I am walking. I'm getting those steps. And, you know, if I get to, I don't even have all my steps for the day. So if I get to, you know, close to that 7K, and if I don't make it by the time I go to bed, I just do it, which is, it's not really, I've been doing that with my strength training too. You know, I'll be in the bed, I'll get up out of the bed and do it because I'm like, I gotta get it in before I go to sleep. So I am known to do that, but not with the walking. So I am proud of myself too. So Mel, thank you. I just love you. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so wait, I'm scrolling. Did I miss anybody? See these that threw me off a little bit, but in a good way. How about that? I said Sweet Bee. Okay, so wait, so Devin says, okay, I saw that. I'm trying to figure out that deadlift. Okay. Mel says, Devin, please do tell why you're a superhero. Bellflower. She says, Downsizing Diva, happy Wednesday, Diva and Diva chat. How are you? Happy Wednesday to you. It's good to see you guys. You know, being going live only once a week. You know, I went from 3 days to 1 day on here and on YouTube. And geez, Louise, it's like I haven't seen you guys in such a long time from week to week. Okay, but wait till I retire. I might just be popping up more than ever. Okay, wait a minute. Who else do we have in here? I'm scrolling down. Wait a minute, my girl. N to the V to the P. She says, hey, Diva fam, happy Wednesday. Hope everyone is doing great. We hope you are doing great as well. Chi, how are you? Chi? So good to see you guys. Jeez, Louise, I feel like we're at like a cookout. It's a family reunion. If only I could sing a little bit better. Carnivore muscle. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, dun, 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 dun. Wait till I get some real defined muscles. Now I got muscle with a little bit of fat hanging down. Wait till, I don't know if I'll ever get rid of that though. That hangs. I hate that. But I don't say hate. I don't hate it. I just don't like it. How about that? But yeah, I love that. I love to see like the buff people working it out. Oh, hello. She says, finally caught alive. Look how beautiful you are. Bella Sunset. What a beautiful name. And it looks like your picture is like in the background of some sort of sunset. How cool is that? Well, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Let's see. Chi-Chi is saying, Brenda, I feel your pain. Words are so blurry without your glasses. Yes, yes. And you know what? Actually, these glasses, you know, Darian might say they're bifocals, but they're not. They don't even have a prescription to them. I just like them because they, I do think they help. They don't hurt. They help a little bit, but I just think they're cute. I love a good glasses look on somebody. I think it looks sophisticated. And if you don't think I look sophisticated, keep it to yourself. All right. Let's see. Okay. So Mel is saying, welcome. Did I miss anybody in the chat before we get started with our topic? And how are you? She says, hello, y'all. Love a good walking pass. Sheesh, need to get mine back out. I've been slacking. Geez, Louise. Well, I was slacking. That's why I'm doing mine now. So I am on board. You know, that walking pad and me are not besties yet. We're working our way towards each other. You know how, have you ever seen on those like romantic love stories? Like, what's a good romantic love story I could watch? But have you ever seen those romantic love stories where they run to each other in slow motion? Like, we're not even there yet. We're walking past each other doing like, you know how people used to do in high school when they're ready to fight, and you know, you walk around the person and you bump shoulders. Did you guys ever used to do that? You bump shoulders and you really never fought, right? It was just something you did. It reminds me of like the Fonz on Happy Days when they used to do that, pretend like they were gonna fight, walk around in the circle. That's what I'm doing with my walking pad. Geez, Louise. Okay, so she says, hello, Pammy Whammy. How are you? I hear people are calling you Pammy Whammy. I just love that. I love a good nickname for the people. Hello, Dee and friends in the chat. How funny. We were just talking about steps, 7K steps a day. I like to do the cardio 3 to 4 days a week. Now I'm doing strength training more. Very good. And I remember when we interviewed, you said you were adding it in more and you were going to stick to that. So, and I knew you would do it. So I love that. Miss Rita. She says, hello, my GLP-1 peeps. Hope you all had a good day. Okay, so we got Brenda, Miss Brenda. Brenda, I gotta stop saying Miss. Okay. No, I don't have to. You know what? That's like putting some respect on your name, though, saying Miss. Like, you know, I always think of Janet when she said Miss Jackson if you're nasty. Well, hey, we're nasty in the best possible way. So I love that. I love that. When somebody calls me by my last name, I think it's very respectful. Or put a Miss. A lot of people say Miss Shay to me, believe it or not. And I think that's so respectful. Hi, I found your channel through Countess of Shopping. Oh, that's so cool. How are you? A Fit Cookie. I love that name. And we have another cookie. Cookie Me Cookie. Oh, I'm so glad you came in the chat. How are you? Tell us about yourself. I love when new people come in the chat and say hello. It brightens my day/night. Dee Dee, remember what I bought from Dick's this weekend? You use it, all that for the dead hang. It's a great grip strength and more. Okay, all right, very good. Okay, dang, time is going so slow. I thought the timer would go up by now. So, okay, Mel, I think I know what you're talking about, but I still kind of need to see it. You're working out like crazy, superhuman workout, doing some devil presses. Okay, what are devil presses? A Fit Cookie. You probably are fit with a name like that. What are devil presses? Okay, you know, thinking of Countess of Shopping, A Fit Cookie. I said I was gonna, you know, we interviewed, and I said I was gonna. I never made, you know, what do you call those? Like, I never made like shorts of her, you know, of her or Allie, any of my interviews, the first ones I was doing. So I'm going to go back and do that. I'm going to do that in one of these months where I'm pretty, you know, just have time to like lay it out, because some of those interviews were just, they were dropping gems, and I love that. Okay, very good. I have a couple friends from there, like, and my girl Ange. It's from over there. So I love that. Okay, so wait, I'm off. So let's get to the topic. I don't see anybody new. She says, perfect to listen while you're on the treadmill. Yes, thank you. I'm glad you stopped in and said hello. Did I miss somebody, Mel? JC, how are you? She says, good evening, all. Cleaning the room and listening. Okay, all right, very good. Thank you. She's doing that neat exercise. Okay, so I think that's it. So Devin, oh Majorie, how are you? How are you? Look at you, got a different profile pic. You look so cute. I love the profile pics of it all. All right, so tonight, we're talking about if you hopefully I'm going to show you guys my a previous video. I hope you actually watch that because I thought it was giving some helpful tips, like things you can do even after your injection, because I think a lot of people have struggles with taking that injection. So we're going to talk about that tonight. And I'm excited to kind of talk about it too, because I think I do a good job with that. It's something I do a good job at. And that is, taking my injection. So before we get started, I just kind of want to know, where you guys are at. Are you taking your injection? And this has been all over the place. I've got some comments on the videos, and let me show you the video just in case you guys have not seen it. I want you to go back and see it. And we want to talk about this is the video. So this video is called After Your GLP-1 Shot. So if you didn't go watch that, look at some of those tips. And I think the first tip is awesome. And the first tip, I don't know that a lot of people are doing that. A lot of people said they weren't. So I think that's a good strategy for people to use if they're having struggles with constipation, or if they're having struggles with, side effects, right? So when do you guys take your injection? That's my first question for everybody. I just really would like to know that. I think we're kind of all over the place. And I take mine in the evening, and there's a reason why. If you take yours and you can type in why you chose that time of day, that would be helpful too. So when are you taking these injections? Kim K, how are you? Welcome in. She says, hey, Dee Dee and everyone. Hey, Kim, how are you? Geez, Louise. So what time of day are you taking your injection? Ooh, some people are, being specific with the actual time. Okay, all right, very good. All right, so I take my injection in the evening. And I love that. I love taking it in the evening because I just go to bed. So one of the strategies when I was doing research, they say is that the day after your injection, if you walking on your treadmill or outside, whatever, for 10 to 15 minutes, they say that that's going to help with that bowel movement, getting that constipation, getting, things flowing. And we know that our digestion is slowing down. So that's the reason why a lot of people have, not a lot, but I hear a lot of people saying they have those constipation struggles. So I thought that's really good, but I go to bed at night. So Mayor Mindy made a comment on my video today and said, I guess I'll have to walk in my dreams because I take mine at night. And I do too. And actually, I like it. I don't know if if I'm having side effects and I'm sleeping through them. I doubt it because, a lot of times those side effects can actually keep you from sleep. So I take mine in the evening and I just love it. I should say more at night. Like I take it. It's like if I'm like, I was taking it on a Wednesday. And I did that because they say the suppression kicks in 2 days after you take your injection. So I would take it on a Wednesday. And then so Friday for the weekend. But then I realized on the weekends, I didn't really need that appetite suppression like I thought. I really need that appetite suppression during my school week because that's when I'm the most stressed out and have the most going on and things I can't control, right? So I am in the process of trying to switch my injection day to the weekend. So I'm trying to decide between Saturday, Sunday. But either way, ultimately that appetite suppression is going to be a real strong part of that week. And for me on like day 5, 6, 7 is where the medication starts to wear off. And it tells me in my app too, it starts to wear down and it's not as strong. And that's a fact for pretty much everyone. Now people might still feel their effects the whole time, but everybody, it kind of wears down. And then that's why it's a reset every 7 days. And then you kind of are starting that process back over. So yeah, so I need that suppression during the week, but it'll be interesting because as you guys know, I am going to be a retired lady come May of 2026. So when I'm retired and I'm no longer having that stress of work every day, like the hustle and bustle of work, I wonder if I could go back to my Wednesday or even my Friday injection. It'll be interesting. So I might have to switch up again. I don't know. So I'm in the process of working that out, and I'll, share out when I figure out what I'm doing. So when are you guys taking this beautiful injection? So Bella is saying 6 a.m. on Saturday. Okay, very good. Bella, is there any reason why you picked that? I should have said that at the beginning. Jumping out of the bushes for a hot second. Hey, Miss B. She says, I've been working too much. Otherwise, great and maintaining well. Excellent job. I figured you would. Look at that beautiful smile. Like you, I just love that. I miss seeing you up in here because that smile is everything. Typically, JC says Wednesday mornings. Okay, very good. Wednesday mornings. Why Wednesday, JC? I take my shot Friday before bed. Why Friday? I'm so interested. All right, so I got to look up what this, what is it called again? The dead flip? Okay, so it's the dead flip. Jeez Louise. Let me see. Okay. What is it? It has something to do with, they have it associated with gymnastics. Yeah, I think I should put exercise equipment because it's something for gymnastics that's coming up. I'm going to say exercise. Okay. I want to just check this out. So Sweet B says Friday before bed. Okay. All right. Very good. Somebody says Monday night. Oh, Pammy Whammy gets energetic after her jab, and I like to have extra suppression on the weekend. Okay. Very good. In the evening, any particular day? Monday night. Okay. Why Monday? Monday's going to give you that strong suppression over the week. So I guess that's probably why you probably need that suppression throughout your weekday like me. Okay, so cookies Sunday late at night, so I could sleep off. Okay, for the first couple hours. Smart. Friday late afternoon or evening. Hey, Dayana, look at you, so beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at that profile pic, the before and the after. You said mornings for you. Okay, very good. I love that. Mornings, it is. Let's see. Who else is this? Oh, Shay, my name twin. How are you? Are you maintaining, my friend? She says Sunday morning. Okay, very good. And she says, I take mine in the morning usually, but I should take it at night because it makes me sleepy. Okay, very good. So Friday late night, couple of hours before bed. Miss Brenda says Friday anytime 12 to, okay, so you don't have like a time. Okay, I love that. All right, for you. I travel a lot for work, says Bella, so I have to take it on the weekends. I get very tight on the first day, need to nap a couple of times before I could go work out on Saturday. Okay, very good. So you travel for your work. Okay, very good. I love that. So yeah, a lot of people kind of gauge and put their and have selected their day based on their work schedule, which makes sense. Positive T, how are you? Love the name, Positive T. Did I see my girl Tangi and I scroll right by her? Tangi, wait a second. I know I saw your face. Where are you? Wait a second. She says, so now we have 43 watching. Please like the video and thank you. Love that. Paula, how are you, Paula? How are you doing? I take my shot on Fridays just in case I need the weekend to recover. Yes, that's a good reason. Cookie chose Sunday because weekend getaways usually return on Sunday. Okay, you have a decent appetite when you're out of town. Okay, so you take your shot when you get home. Very good. I knew it was a rhyme to the reason for people taking their shot. Wednesday, says JC, I got my first prescription on Tuesday and I took it the next morning. I do morning, so I am away to monitor my blood glucose the majority of the day. Okay, all right, very good. Wednesday mornings, it didn't seem to take so long for Wednesday to get here to take my shot. Okay. All right. Well, you have great suppression probably into your weekend. I chose Friday because that's the day I picked up my shot at the pharmacy for the first time. I chose night so I could hopefully sleep through. Yeah. So that was my strategy. Sleep through these side effects if I had any. Wednesday night because that's the day I got my prescription. Okay. I love that. Very good. Very good. All right, so let's see. And she said, in mornings because I'm too impatient to wait all day. I know I'm bad. Okay, all right. All right, so any side effects that you guys have the day after? What are some of the side effects you guys are having the day after? Are you having any the day after you take your injection? And I think this is what gets people into trouble after the injection, because they start to feel those side effects, right? And people start to give up. I mean, statistics show that side effects and GI issues is the number one reason people don't continue on the medication. And how do they know? Because they ask people, why are you getting off? Why are you stopping the medication? And that was it. So I think if people could learn how to, manage, when you take your shot, it's certain things you could do to help support that. And I think if people can learn to manage those things, they wouldn't probably, stop the medication. But who wants to feel nauseous and like you have to vomit? I mean, those are some of the worst side effects, they say. Being nauseous with the stomach. Is anybody feeling that nauseousness? Because that's one of the number one things that gets people. And that would get me too. I'm going to tell you, if I woke up every morning, some mornings, and I felt nauseous, I would not continue to take this medicine. That's one of the worst feelings to me that there is being nauseous. What do you guys say about that? So you're impatient to wait all day. All right. I love that. Okay. Hey, she is Tamika. I think I saw her. Wait. Here she is. Wait a minute. Hi, she is Tamika. She says, hello, Dee Dee and chat. How are you on this Wednesday? Hi, lovely Ale. Look at you. No, that's a weight. That's not a dead Hank, is it? I think that's a weight. Oh my goodness. So motivational. She's saying hi to Mel. I love that. Okay. All right. Right. Very good. Okay. So let me scroll down. I missed when she first came in. Okay. She said Sunday morning. I love when people come in with a response. Okay. So Chi, so you're having lots of burping. You know what? That's one of the things that would annoy me is that burping. You're having lots of burping, sulfur burps. Do you think it's something you're eating that's not mixing with the acidity in your belly? Like, what is going on? What does the doctor say, I wonder, about those sulfur burps? Like, is there things that they give you for that? Because I know a lot of people don't like that either. I've never had those, so I can't answer that. But geez, Louise, I wouldn't want those. So what do you do for that, Chi? Have you mentioned that to your doctor? Let me get myself a drink. Most of my water is gone. I still have some ice. All right, so what are you guys doing for anybody else have those sulfur burps? What can we do with the sulfur burps? And I think I always thought if you were eating, but this could be wrong, Chi. This could not be you. Everybody's not the same. But I always thought people who were having those sulfur burps were probably eating maybe some greasier foods, maybe a lot of the oil seeds that were, the ones that, that we're not supposed to be eating, like vegetable oil, sunflower oil, those kind of oils. So I thought they were associated with things like that, but I could be wrong. Beans, which beans are a nice, a nice source of fiber, and carbs and, a little bit of protein in there. So but beans do make you gassy. So I just wonder, what does a doctor do for that? I can look that up because I have no idea what a doctor would do for that. Stephanie, look at you, looking beautiful. Glasses to glasses. How are you? She says, I was blessed. I never had side effects after the second shot. Ever. Wow. I love that. Very good. And that's the kind of thing that makes you want to say on there. So wait a minute, Paula, this week was bad nausea and sulfur burps. I will have to prep before the shot now. Oh my goodness. You are kidding me. Okay. Well, you got to watch my video. I gave some good prep tips before the injection. Geez, Louise, I really think that's why I don't have side effects, because I do try to do those things around those side effects. Let me show you. You watch all my videos, Paula, so you got to go back and check that out. It says, do this first, the prep for your injection. I think those are great tips, because I think sometimes people think like, oh, and not you, because you've been on it for a while, but we're just really talking about some of the newbies. People think like, oh, I'm on this medication. I'm just going to, doctors will say, do what you do, eat what you eat. You're going to eat less of it. You're not going to be as hungry, when really they should be prepping you for eating the protein, right? The get moving, drinking lots of water. I mean, if I had to tell people the number one thing to do, to prepare for it before the injection or after, it's going to be to drink your water. Water, water, water. I mean, it sounds so easy, but water is just really going to help you. It's going to help, get things flowing. And do you know that if you don't drink enough water, first of all, this medication can also, help dehydrate you, right? You can become dehydrated. So you got to not just eat that protein, but you got to drink. And sometimes people, if they want to eat, what do? You skip the drinking as much because you don't want to fill up your belly. You want to have room for that protein. But you have to get both of those in. You really do, because that water is going to push things through your system. And it's just important to drink. And I've been lucky because I've always been drinking water. Now, Paula, I'm glad you're on here because you asked me about these. These are the ginger chews. Now, I tasted one. I don't really have nausea and diarrhea and all that. But when you asked me about that, I found some at the store. I just happened to be at the store. I look over, and these were like knocking on that door saying, get these for your girl Paula so you can show her. So Paula, and I think I put these in my description in my Amazon links. You can get these if you want them, but these are the ginger chews, and actually they don't taste really that bad. And this is how they look. I'm not gonna have one. I probably should have one on here. I'm eating them, but I honestly don't really need these. So that's something that's going to help with your stomach. I know doctors prescribe Zofran. People take that if you really have some, things going on with your, being nauseous. That Zofran is prescription, and everybody I know who has taken it said it worked for them. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to work for you, but it may. I would check with your doctor. So and I know a lot of us are having constipation. Now, I don't know if you guys know, Taisha is one of the few people, and male, but I know male also takes Mago 7. She takes a powder. She was taking a pill, and Taisha doesn't even do that. Taisha just, eats those veggies, and she's living the vegan lifestyle. So she doesn't have constipation issues. But if you have constipation issues, what are you doing? What are you doing? So Amel says the tasty brand is the Ginger People brand, Gingins. Okay, I have to try that too. I don't really need to try it because I don't have it. But if I see those, I'm going to pick those up too. And I don't really want something that tastes great because guess what? I'll probably be snacking on those babies when I'm supposed to be only using it for my belly. So if these are the ones that don't taste as good, I'm going with these because you can overeat these, I'm pretty sure, if they taste too good. All right, so let's see. Yeah, Zofran is a lifesaver, so you've had to use that. And it's Darium. It's Darium. He says Dee and everybody. Hey, Darium, how are you? How are you doing in this GLP-1? Shay, you've never had constipation. Jeez Louise, I cannot believe that. You've never had constipation. All right, geez Louise. So is anybody after your shot, how do you usually feel after your shot? Does anybody feel great? Is your appetite low? Are you feeling tired, low energy? How are you feeling after your shot? And how are we supposed to feel? Is it normal to be tired? That's what I want to know. What do you guys think? Is it normal to feel tired and exhausted and just low energy? Is that normal after your injection? If you were telling a newbie, what would you say? Is that normal or is it not? What do you guys think? Because I think that's one of the biggest questions. I remember when I first took this GLP-1 and I did feel tired the next day. And I thought, is this normal? I wonder if it was normal to feel like that now because I've been through the doses and everything. I know it's normal, right? But I don't know. For some of you, is it normal? So what's my question? I'm going to put this on the screen. Is it normal to feel tired the day after your injection? Because when you're a newbie, aren't you wondering that? I'm telling you, I was really wondering this. Is it normal to feel tired the day after your injection? Let's put that up there. Bam. So that's the question. Is that normal? And I'm going to say for me, it is. It's normal. Now, I'm going to tell you when things aren't so normal, like, so you need to go see a doctor, right? Go see the doctor. So there's times where things aren't normal. You need to go see a doctor. But to me, if you just kind of have moderate tiredness, that's okay. If you're somebody who can't get out of bed, then that's another story, right? You can't go to work. You got to call off. I don't know that. I think that's kind of a little extreme if you can't function. So what are you guys saying in the chat? We're all different. So I think that, if there is a reason why you should be like that, that's okay. All right. So people are back on those Mel Flower. See, that's why I don't want to get the good brand like Mel's trying to get Paula. Paula, don't get the good tasting brand. I'm telling you, you're just going to snack. And let me see, these babies have, okay, no fat, so that's good. In this brand, no fat, 4 carbs, 3 grams of sugar. So if you eat 4 of these, that's 12 grams of sugar. I'm telling you. Now, this is for the not so tasty brand. Mel is saying the other brand. So I don't know. I wouldn't get those, especially if you're worried about a plateau. I know at one time you were in a plateau. Go with something that doesn't taste like candy. It's going to benefit you in the long run because, and I don't know how these taste. Let me tell. I just remember they were just okay. I'm going to try one. I remember thinking they don't have to worry about me eating this whole bag. Okay, so here's the ginger chew. Oh, it's looking kind of gingery. Okay. All right, so, oh, it's chewy. Look at this consistency of it. Look at that. It's okay. I mean, like I say, they don't have to worry about me eating the whole bag. So that's the chew for me. Because I could eat a whole, if it was tasty, I would eat the whole bag. Or I would probably eat 4. What's the serving size? It's just 1 piece. So there you go. Okay. All right. Very good. It's okay. I mean, it's tasty, but I wouldn't eat I wouldn't eat 2 and 3 portions of it or whatnot. Okay. Oh, you never had constipation. What in the what? Wow, Shay, gosh, I need your diet plan. I used to get really tired, would be knocked out in the middle of the day. Then I learned from Didi and YouTube University that I had to eat more protein and hydrated. It worked to keep my energy up. Yay, we love that. Let's give you some applause and confetti. Go MVP, go MVP, go MVP. Isn't YouTube University the best thing ever? I love that. Very good. Okay. All right. I love it. Bellflower, your mom and your hubby are eating up the the ginger chews. Okay, so we got doses of Shani. How are you? Okay, no constipation. Jeez, Louise. Okay. Now they vegan. You just eat that way. Okay, very good. Very good. Oh, fatigue and worn out. Okay, so that is normal for you. Okay. Saturday morning, your side effects are insomnia. What's phantosemia? What's that? Some constipation, but you maintain it. Okay, no, wait a minute now. Let me look up and see what this fancy word he's trying to use on here. Let's see. I don't know medical terms. You guys already know that. Okay, TOS. What is that? It's Daria. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Oh, I remember you talking about the smells when we interviewed, the smells of it all. Okay, very good. You know what? That's one of the weird side effects that you kind of hear about some people having. And we'll say weird because you don't hear about it a lot, but that doesn't mean you're weird, right? It's just a strange side effect. All right, so very good. So I see a lot of constipation. Constipation just makes sense to me, right? With everything we have going on and how these GLP-1 meds work. And I'm going to tell you, is constipation normal for the newbies? Yes, it is. Now, are there a lot of people who don't have it? Probably. Are there a lot of people who have it? Those are the folks I know. Most of the people I know have some sort of constipation. And I'm going to tell you, we all are constipated because unless you're telling me you're eating every time you eat, you poop, that's how you're supposed to go. Well, I remember when I was doing the vegan, it's times in my years here in the last, especially the last 10, 15 years, where I became a vegan and I was just cut out all animal fats, all dairy, all of that. It was sporadic over the years. And when I do that type of a diet plan, I should say, every time I eat, I poop. And what I love about it is it doesn't smell. Now, why can't I maintain that? Because sometimes I gain weight. Because I'm eating rice, I'm eating sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, beans, corn, and I'm not eating enough of the green, starchy veggies, and I have not found a tofu, faux food, any of that stuff that I like. I really like just the real kind of meat. And not to mention the meats that I do like that Impossible Burger, those kind of meats, those meats are processed meats. So those aren't the best to be trying to eat anyway. So I say all that to say constipation is normal. Is it normal? It is normal. Now, I'm going to tell you for this GLP-1. Now, we really should be pooping every day, every time we eat. So this is what I use to help get me through. This Mago 7. This baby works. And I'm going to tell you, when I take my Mago 7 in 12 hours, it's working. Within 12 hours, I can bake on it like clockwork. Like at this point, I would bet somebody that I'd be going 12 hours or less if I take this. So this is my little go-to. Now, one thing I do have to take, and I don't have it here, is I have to take a stool softener because my poop is hard. Is anybody else's poop hard? Dare I ask? Is anybody else having hard poop with this GLP-1? Before the GLP-1, I was never having really hard poop like this. Now my poop is like I can hit you over the head with it, and it's going to hurt. So I'm having some hard poop. So then I take Colace because of that. And I didn't bring it with me, but I have that all ready to go. And then I take magnesium glycinate. Now, this Mago 7 has different types of magnesium. This baby helps you sleep at night. So I take that. I take that at night, and I've actually already taken mine for the night. I should have waited, but I didn't. I also take, and if you watched my video, you saw, now if I need it, the psyllium husk. And this is kind of like a fiber. It's known to, if you do some research, this is going to pop up. I guarantee you, unless you put in specifically what you're looking for. If you just put in some fiber in general, this is going to pop up for you to take these babies. Here you go. And then I also take, and not all together, right? It just depends on what I'm looking for, how fast I want it to get going. Some of these work better than others. The Fiber Well gummies, it's 5 grams of fiber per 2 chews. And these, I don't know that I don't take these and then I'm going right away. So this is just something to help get me to that, that between 25 and 35 grams of fiber a day. If I notice I'm low, or if I planned out my meal and it doesn't have a lot of fiber, then I'll take 2 of these, to get me up there. And, I'll take some of these, a couple of these. I think the serving size is 3 capsules. So I'll take these. But yeah, so this baby, I'm telling you, this is like golden. Now I know people love Miralax. I'm not one, and I know people like the powder. I'm not one to likes powder. I would rather take a pill because I have a supplement regimen already. And because I have that supplement regimen, it just goes right into that schedule. But, if you like the powder, they have Mago 7 in a powder form. They have fiber, in a powder form. You could get fiber too. So it's just up to you, whichever you prefer. All right. So, she is Tamika. Okay. Says she feels full the day after your shot day. So how do you get your food in? And you've made so many things, talked about eating. Sorry, Tamika, you've talked about eating so much, but we want to tell us in the chat, how do you get your food in if you're feeling full? Do you just make yourself eat? And I don't mean make like force, like it's a bad thing, but you still got to get those nutrients in there. And I've said this a lot on my videos, and I really mean this. Like even in my mindset, I've been thinking about food as nutrients, especially for this hair. I don't want my hair falling out, thinning out. It was shedding. I'm trying to thicken it back up. And let me see, my hair. And so I've been trying to thicken my hair back up. So the last thing I want to do is be missing out on nutrients. That'll get me eating some spinach. And when I think about that, and some broccoli in no time, trying to get that green fiber in there. All right, so let's see. You said, Mel, I love the one Dee Dee has. I'm gonna try your brand next time, especially if they're better. You want to be eating the whole bag too, Cookie? What is going on, lady? I've always struggled with constipation. Even back in preschool, it has always been a challenge for me. So I knew it was going to be an issue from preschool. Geez, Louise. Now, was your doctor giving you anything for it or just over the counter stuff, Sweet Bee? That's interesting. Since my daughter goes like clockwork every time. She's one of those people. I think every time she eats, she goes. Now she gave up meat for Lent. Remember that? She's been sticking to it. I'm proud of her. But she'll say, "Mom, I need to eat meat. I need to eat this just this time." And I'll say, "Okay." And then she goes, "No, I'm not going to do it." When she first was saying that, I was getting on her, but I feel like she's done a long stay, right? So every now and then she'll ask me, when is it over? Like, when is Lent over? But she gave up meat for Lent. So she's just been eating seafood like shrimp, tuna, and what else? Salmon. She likes salmon. So she's been eating, and catfish. So she's been catfish, shrimp, tuna. Yeah. So really the way she's eating is making me rethink my diet. Not my diet, like I'm on a diet. I'm referring to diet as like what you eat, because really that's a true definition of diet. We've taken the word diet and made it a bad thing. Hold up, wait a minute. What do we say? What is going on here? Geez, Louise. Okay, so we got Bellflower. She says, when you take the Mango 7, you take it 7 to 10 straight for a complete cleanse as indicated. Then take as needed afterwards. Okay. Do you have to do that every time? Do you have to do that every time you take it? Or is that the first time? And I've been taking this for so long. I remember doing that first, like way back, but should I be doing that over and over again? And I think this is a great great thing to know for a newbie out there. So she's saying when you take the Mango 7, you have to take it 7 to 10 straight for a complete cleanse, as they say. And I read that direction when I first heard about it. Then take as needed afterwards. Okay, thank you for bringing that up. And but I don't need to start over, do I? Because sometimes I don't take it. Like I haven't taken it since I've been on this 12.5. I don't think I've taken this Mango 7 since I've been on 12.5. That's how, because usually if I don't go in 2 days, which was happening, I would take the Mango 7. But on this 12.5, I don't go in a day. And then the next day, I'm like, I'm going to take something. And then I don't need to. So it's helpful. All right. So Mel says, 48 watching, 28 likes. Please like the live stream. Thank you. Thank you for being a member for 14 months. That's a long time. I love that. Very good. Now I just saw 55 people watching, 50 people watching, however many people are watching. We got to get those likes up. Appreciate that. Okay, so what are you guys saying? This comment section has been going on and on to the break of dawn. On and on until the break of dawn. What are you guys saying? Wait a minute. We got Mayor Mindy in the house. She says, I used to have fatigue the next day in the beginning. Not so much anymore. Yeah, and I think, is that true for a lot of people who've been on these GLP-1 meds for 1, 2, 3 years, some people even? Have you noticed that the side effects have eased up as you stayed on it longer? Because if so, now I have. That's just my story. I think that gives also some newbies some hope. So where's my girl Tracy, the newbie at? Is she watching? We were emailing each other. Tracy, are you out there? Email me, girl. But she's new on her GLP-1 journey. And I just love how new people come and soak up all the knowledge from all you smart folks about GLP-1s in this chat. Because, I didn't have that when I was coming along. People weren't live. So that we're talking about this really. So, and if they were, I didn't see them. So yeah, it would have been nice to be asked questions and have a lot of, veterans, pioneers. I'm going to call you guys veterans. I call us pioneers. We are the pioneers of the GLP-1 land. All right, very good. So we're going to make it easier for those ones coming up under us, which is how it should be, right? 2.5 days. 2.5 days. So that is normal for some people. Okay, so we've established that constipation is normal for some people, not everybody. We've established that being tired and just to the extreme it is it depends on the person, right? Now, I'm tired the day after. Does anybody feel back pain? I feel a little bit of back pain going on the day after. And again, I'm telling you, now, research says that as you move up, now, what do you guys think about this? Research says as you move up, this is a researched fact. Google it. Chat GTP it. Is it GTP? GPT it. Gemini it. Any of those. It's another one out there too that's coming along that's gonna knock Chat GTP out. But anyway, if you look up wherever your research vehicle engine of choice is, you know, that is so true. So yeah. So wait a minute. Let me get in the chat because I got so distracted. Okay, so I think when I tried 10 milligrams, I felt the fatigue after the first injection. By 2 months of my 10 milligrams, I got used to it and didn't feel fatigue anymore. Yes. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I kind of was going to skip over this, but now since you brought it up again, you know, I wanted to say, you know, the research says as you go up in dose, your side effects get more intense, right? For a lot of people. But I've had the opposite effect. My side effects have like dwindled down. How about that? Has anybody, and she just said that too. Like I don't feel fatigue like I did used to. And I'm not talking about just on 2.5 and 5. I mean, when I got to 7.5 and 10, I was, you know, I could tell I would say more of 10. 10 was for the win until it stopped the weight loss. And when I started getting food noise with 10, if I hadn't gotten that food noise, I'd still be hanging in there with 10. 10 was good for my weight loss. It really was. But the food noise came back and the weight loss was probably going to go downhill. And I didn't give it a chance to really. I think I went up on that 12.5. And my A1C of it all was really not as moving like I wanted it to. So that really was kind of the driver too, to go from 10 to 12.5. So we'll see what's going on with my A1C. You know, and that'll be the determining factor if I'm going up to 15. And then I'm going to come on here like, I'm going up to 15. I'm going up to 50. I don't think so. You know, remember that song, I'm going back to Cali? I want to be like that. So yeah, we shall see. But I feel blessed because, you know, now I can get to 15 and be on here with a bucket right next to my my computer saying I'm feeling nauseous. Now, if that happens to me, I'm going to go down because I don't like to feel like that. And I'm going to be having ginger chews. I'm going to have some constipation chews, some check on your stomach chews, some DD chews. I'm going to have all kinds of chews because I don't want my stomach to be feeling like that. That just grosses me out. No. Ginger chews should be chewy. Yeah, those weren't chewy. They were chewy. It felt like almost like gum, you know, like almost like a gum kind of waxy kind of something going on. Okay, Kim says normal. Becky said she suffered with constipation for years before GLP-1 medications. I have prescription. Oh, is that lenses too? Today was shot day and I have had fatigue. Okay, so if you guys take your shot, that's why I got to take my shot and lay it down. Because I cannot take my shot in the morning and then be tired all day. I don't know how you do that. The people decided it was going to be the morning. Is it because you didn't just want to disrupt your sleep? Is that part of it? And I thought I read somewhere in my research, and I didn't write it down, but I thought I read somewhere where they do recommend you take it in the morning. So let's look that up. What does Eli Lilly and Novo say about that? Let me see. When should you take? Let me see. I'm gonna use the voice messaging. Let's see if it lets me. And maybe it's not gonna let me. Jeez, Louise. Wait a second. Okay, I'm on Gemini. What does Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk say about? What was I gonna ask? What was that question? I just forgot it. Okay, wait. What does Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk say about what was the question? I still forgot it. I have to look in this chat. What was I gonna ask them? Dang, what did I say I was gonna ask them? It just slipped out of my head. Jeez, Louise. Okay. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. Losing it, Grace. Did you remember what I said? Teachers always have the best memories when somebody else is talking. What was I going to ask them? I don't know. Geez, Louise, I just lost my train of thought. Okay, so this chat is going on and on forever and ever. Let's see. Okay, people are saying hello to Grace. How are you? People are saying hello to her. BB Moose. I love that name. It says Major Reed. Do you take it at night? Okay, all right. Okay, she answered my question. She says, I put myself on an eating schedule like a baby. Every 3 to 4 hours, no more than 6 hours or more until I eat again. Okay, very good. So, and that's what you have to do. You know, that's what they recommend you do so you can eat. I love that. Very good. We're going to give you some confetti. Great strategy. You're getting it in. All right. Nice job, Tamika. She's doing it well. All right. Very good. So if anybody's out there watching, that's a newbie. She's saying, you know, to get her food in, even though you don't want to eat, you still want to get something in there. So, and I would suggest every 3 to 4 hours, setting a timer if that's going to help you remember to eat. No more. And you can ask my daughter. I'm big on setting timers. You know, I'll set a timer in a heartbeat every 3 to 4 hours, no more than 6 or more until you eat again. Okay, very good. And, you know, you just kind of have to get it all in. Beverly, how are you? She says, hey, DD and family. How's everyone? Bev, looking fabulous as ever. How are you? All right, so let's see. I'm going down Ezekiel bread. Okay, ooh, you're eating a lot of high protein, high fiber. Okay, very good. We love that for you. Okay, so I'm scrolling down. Okay, I'm trying to see any comments. Wait a second. Sydney, how are you? She says, good evening, Miss Sunshine DT. How are you, Miss Sydney? All right, wait a second. Let's see. Oh, you're talking about Grace. Wait a Tracy, how are you? Hello, this is the lady I was talking about. Tracy, you lost 8 pounds. Excellent job. You know, I just love a newbie that's on the scene and doing all the things and just making it work for you. We're going to give you some applause. Tracy, it's good to see you in here, and I'm so proud of you. Great job. Keep up the good work. Isn't that a good feeling? You know, I say when you lose over that 5 pounds, when I lost that over 5 pounds, I was like, oh, okay, this is good. Then you get to that 10 pounds and you're like, oh, this is good. So I just can't wait to see you go through your milestones. I think that's going to be awesome. Yep, Darium. Yes, Darium. Did you say hormones? Don't tempt me tonight. Are people talking about hormones, Mel? Okay, so Major Reed says her worst side effects was severe joint pain in your first 1 to 3 weeks when you started. I was about to tap out, then I stopped. It was bad. Oh, so you were having joint pain. Now, that's the opposite of me. I feel like everything was released out of my joints. So, wow, interesting. See, isn't that, again, another lesson in why we should compare, because everybody is so different. Stephanie, I love saying your name, Stephanie Mitchell. I love 2 names like that. Okay, so she says, bless God for your channel. Oh, thank you. It has helped me so very much. I was able to lose 38 pounds in 4 months and have been off my medication since November with 0 weight gain. Thank you for the real talk. I love that. Geez, Louise, let's give her some confetti and some applause. Oh, my goodness. I wish I could play that song by Cooling again. Celebrate good times. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. Stephanie, celebrate good times. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. That is so awesome. 38 pounds in 4 months. You know what? You were not playing. You were about your business. I love that. 0 weight gain. So you're like my girl Mel, who hasn't gained weight, and she's been off for like, I want to say 4 months. Has it been, Mel? Mel is doing all the things, easy breezy. You and Stephanie, okay, are 20. I love that. And you look good, Stephanie. You look good. I hope you feel as good as you look. All right. Mel to the B, 3 weeks in. Yeah. Oh my goodness. She says, yay. Okay. Oh yeah, Bev has been on hiatus. Oh, Bev. Okay, let me scroll it down. Okay, so let's see. People are saying hello. Somebody said hello to Paul. Did I miss Paul? I didn't see Paul. I don't see Paulie. Is Paul, brother Paul, up in here? I don't see him. Okay. Wait. Brother Paul, where are you? Because I don't see you. I think I scroll right by you. I see people saying hello to you though. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. I'm 93 pounds down. You started last April. Lots of hair loss. Oh, that's okay. We're going to grow that hair back. My symptoms have also gone away mostly. I'm only able to eat tiny amounts of food. Anyone else? 93 pounds down since last April. Wow. So that was fast weight loss. So that's why the hair, that's what the hair loss is about. You know, you lost really fast. My symptoms have also gone away mostly. That's a good thing. I'm only able to eat. Well, I think, you know, eating every couple hours and setting a timer, you know, maybe if you start off with something like Greek yogurt, I don't know if your stomach is sensitive to that. Dairy, some people can be. But I would say yogurt, adding some nuts and seeds, like little things with that protein boost, eggs, a boiled egg. I don't know if you like a scrambled egg, eat that, you know, eat something tiny bites, protein bites every 3 to 4 hours. I think it's awesome. Setting a timer, drinking protein shakes. Have you tried any of that stuff? You're obviously doing something, but I think one of the things that happens when we lose really fast is, you know, sometimes unless we're really tracking and we're careful, you're not getting all those nutrients in. And I'm going to tell you, when I thought, you know, my doctor is not really, I'm going to see a nutritionist here soon. But my doctor, she's not really into the nutrition of it all. And I guess she's not a nutritionist, so should she be? But one of the things I learned from going to DEXA scan was the importance of that protein. I mean, I heard it. You know how you hear stuff from different people and you don't necessarily always take it all in. It kind of depends on who you're hearing it from. And so I heard it from the DEXA scan folks. And yeah, I was like, geez Louise, like I just thought about the hair of it all. I told you guys I love my hair. I wanted to stay in there. Now I could rock a ball fade like Brother Paul. I could be rocking a ball fade and be okay with that too. But I want to keep my hair as long as I can. And so, yeah, so I'm, you know, trying to really work on that. So I should have brought up here. We'll talk about that another time. You have to come back to another live. We're going to talk about one of these days. We're going to talk about the hair of it all, right? And it's some vitamins that I take. I'm going to be seeing my dermatologist here soon. Before I retire, I got to get all these appointments in. I'm going to be seeing my dermatologist too, because I want to know, is there something else I could be doing to maintain my hair? And actually, you know what I've been doing? It kind of grosses me out when I think about it. But, you know, I've been keeping track of like the hair that comes out. I save the hair. I put it in a little bag. So when I go to my dermatologist, and I take pictures too. But when you go to your dermatologist, they ask you how much hair. You can never really explain the hair, right? You kind of want them to see what's shedding. So I want to show them. So yeah, that's the thing. And you know, my hair it has length to it, but it's thin. Like I like thick hair, and I just don't have that like I used to. So yeah, I want my dermatologist to kind of see what's going on with the hair of it all. So I can relate to you. Geez, Louise. So anybody else have any ideas for her? But that's what I would do. I would get those small bites every 3 to 4 hours, get those in. Protein first. Fiber is another thing I would get in. You know, a lot of times, I've been watching some of these guys that are working out on YouTube Versity MVP, and they've been talking about eating fiber first, which they mean like those veggies, like, you know, broccoli, spinach, kale, you know, whatever you're eating that first, and then eating the protein. So, hey, there's a thing. And I've also talked about that in one of my previous videos too, of how sometimes eating that fiber first is best. and not necessarily eating the protein first. And maybe in your case, you want to start there. Try something different. I would talk to a nutritionist, dietitian, doctor. Yeah, because you want to go 93 pounds. You don't want that to be 93 pounds. And you're thinking, geez, Louise, I don't want to, I don't know. Some people say, I don't care. As long as I lose the weight, I don't care if I have hanging skin, no hair, no nails, no this, no that. They just want to lose the weight. And then some people, you just want to be on an overall health journey and be healthy while you're losing, right? And I think that's where my mindset is. Yeah. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you guys gave her some tips in the chat. People are saying thanks, Mel, for helping with the menopause of it all. Okay, I see people saying hello. Let's see. I see Polly Paul. Here he is. I see Polly Paul. Wait, okay, so he's saying hi to Pammy Whammy and Bellflower. Love that. Hey, Polly Paul. Okay, so Tracy says my side effects were small headaches, so I drink more water. I take my shot on Sunday mornings. Okay, very good. Now, why in the morning too? Because don't you feel tired throughout your day? That's what I was going to Google. I need to start writing things down. Jeez, Louise, I have so much going on in this nugget head of mine. Let's see. When should you, that's the question. When should you take your GLP-1? Now, I read in the morning, but I want to, and I don't take mine in the morning, but I want to be sure that I'm telling you guys the right thing. Did your doctor by any chance tell you that, Tracy, or you just picked out your own day? So let me try this one more time now that I wrote down what I'm going to say. When should you take your GLP-1? In the morning or in the evening, according to Eli Lilly or Novo Nordisk? Okay. Ooh. Now they're telling me about Ribelsis, which I know because I used to take that before I took Mounjaro. You take that on an empty stomach, but we're not talking about that. Why did you even bring them up, Gemini? Weekly injections, any time of the day is fine, but consistency. So consistency is the most important part. Consistency, the same day, same time is what is recommended. All right, very good. So this is another thing. Now that's what I read. It says, if you're experiencing nausea, taking the injection in the evening before bed may allow you to sleep through it. And that was my thinking. I'm taking this at night because I don't want any side effects to go throughout my day. So that's why I take mine at night. And, if you don't, so Tracy, as you go up in dose, if you're starting to get side effects, that's one of the things you could do is maybe try to take it at night to see if you don't, you sleep right through those side effects. But you are good. You're easy peasy, lemon squeezy right now. So you just need to keep doing what you're doing. I always say in life, in business, in relationships, if something is working, you just put it on rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. That means you do it and do it and do it again. All right, very good. So let's see. Okay, so I'm way down in this chat. Jeez, Louise. It's not okay, not too far. 10 minutes. Sydney says I'm almost at goal. Almost at goal. 5 more pounds. I've been losing inches these past. Me too. But no, wait, that's okay. Actually, how are you doing? She's asking Mail to the Bee how she's doing. Okay, all right, very good, Sydney. Well, you got 5 more pounds. Good for you. I just love that. Can't wait to celebrate maintenance for you. Okay. Hello, Grant. Oh my goodness. Now, Grant, I got to tell you, I was driving, minding my own business, driving down the road. And oh my goodness, you were on live. So I clicked on the live and you and your wife were talking about a loss that you had. And I'm telling you, you had me doing the ugly Oprah cry up in there. I know people were driving by like, what is going on with this lady? So yes, I thought that was so sweet and so touching, so touching. Yes, I was going to go back and watch that with my daughter. Yeah, I want to go back and watch that with my daughter. You might be thinking, why your daughter? She's only not, because I mean, this is part of life and part of what happens. And I just think you talked about it in such a beautiful way. And I think remembering people, I do that with my mom. I remember just the best things about her, and we keep her memory going. We celebrate her life. You know, we're just uplifting her whenever we can. So I love that. I love that you guys are doing that as well. All right, so Grant, geez, Louise, I don't want to do the ugly Oprah cry on here, so I'm gonna keep it moving. All right, let's see. Oh, people are saying congratulations. Stephanie, you are so welcome. Stephanie Mitchell, I just love your name. Okay, all right. Let's see. People are saying stuff to mail. I'm scrolling down. Okay, so guys, let's anybody else say, I see people congratulating. People are saying hello. Beverly is saying, Dee Dee, that's what I did when I first started taking the medication. I took it at night. I've never taken it in the day. Me either. I gotta go to sleep right after I take it. She's telling Majorie, congrats. I don't think losing it. I don't think losing it like I have is good because of all the hair loss and muscle loss. Yes. I think it's best to lose slow and steady. My daughter is slow and steady too. Yeah, I'm slow and steady. And you know what? I'm slow and steady. At first, you know, I know sometimes when you say slow and steady, people think like you're just saying that as an excuse. Some people, not everybody, but some people might say you're saying that as like an excuse. But I was really tracking my calories when I started and making sure I was eating and following calories. I think if I were like some people everybody I know who lost fat. Now, this is not everybody who did it. I'm just saying everybody who I talked to who lost the weight fast said that they really weren't tracking calories. They just were eating when they were hungry, and that's it. Well, on this medication, it could be barely. And so they said they were eating when they were hungry. They lost all their weight, and then they started tracking, realized they had lost muscle. They went to get a scan, DEXA scan, InBody scan, DD scans, everybody's scan, somebody's scan. And they realized they were losing muscle. They started tracking what they ate so that they could get that protein in, and they all are looking good now. They built muscle, and they didn't want to lose any more muscle. My thinking, I didn't know a lot of these people at the time, so I didn't do my journey like that. I was making sure I was eating all along, right? I'm eating, and and I'm not overeating, but I'm eating in a calorie deficit. But my calories I was eating, so I wasn't dropping weight really fast. I was losing what they say 0.5 to 2. So to me, over time, and then it's times where I hit a plateau like a lot of people do. It's times where I was doing all the things. It's times where I wasn't doing all the things. And so my weight loss really has been slow and steady. And I've always kept track. I've never just not eaten and not kept track of what I was doing. I've always kind of had it in my mind. I'm like a Weight Watchers girl. And, and one of the things about this journey for me is I eat on rinse and repeat. I do everything on rinse and repeat. If something works, I'm going to keep doing it. So I kind of know like what I'm eating. And sometimes I'm a little bit off. I'm not that far off. When I become far off is when I go off my eating plan. And then that just takes me down a whole nother road. But I think slow and steady is kind of like the best way to go. I really do. We shall see. Again, like I say, everybody's doing great now. And I love that for all of us. But let's see where people are 6 months, a year from now, and 2 years from now. That's when I'm going to impress myself. And that's when I'm going to be impressed. Right now, when the momentum's going and things are good, everything's great. It's just like everybody love you when you're up. And then when you're down and out, it's only those few people that really love you that's going to be around, right? That's just how life works. So we will see where everybody is at. And that's why I don't really preach to people what to do and how to do it and make people be ashamed and try to hold people accountable. I got too much going on holding me and my daughter and what I'm doing over here accountable. I don't get into all that. I worry about what I'm doing, and I like to uplift people, whatever they're doing. So, I just say, do you. And if you really want to, take advantage of this medication, we just got to go back to those lifestyle changes. I had a really great conversation with my doctor today, and I'm going to share that in a video, but I just thought like, I got a good doctor. I love that. Now, I thought I had a good gynecologist, and I found out I didn't. So there's that, it's like, I hope it lasts. But for right now, I'm, just happy with how things are going. So we shall see. We shall see. So slow and steady. I said all that to say, I think slow and steady is good. And the couple people that I know that lost fast and furious, and they're doing a great job now. They even say slow and steady is the way to go for them. Now, not for everybody. Not for everybody. Everybody doesn't lose their hair. Everybody doesn't have side effects and all that. So I don't speak in absolutes, right? I just speak in general. If it fits you, great. If it doesn't, just keep it moving. I mean, it's not you. How about that? Okay. Let's see. Oh, you keep your hair in an updo so you don't have to comb it. Yeah, I used to wear updos all the time too. And then I'm one of those people, I get stuck on a style and then I keep the style. One day I'm going to show you like a collage. I'm going to add it to my videos. When I get to my 100-pound goal, I'm going to really show some pictures and you can see my hair throughout the years. And I get stuck on the style and now I'm stuck on this till I find something else I like. And we shall see. You know what? This is so funny. I would never ever wear a middle part. Like, I just thought middle parts were like, no, I always wore a side part. Now you can't get me out of this middle part. So people change. Things change. Life changes. How about that? Let's see. What do you take a couple hours before dinner on? Oh, your injection. Okay, so you start off on a Tuesday and you move to a Sunday. I love that. Very good. Thank you for the hair compliment. Let me put that up there. I love that. Thank you. Let's see. Maybe I'm getting a lot of side effects because I'm on the lowest dose. I picked that day because I work half days on Monday. So I was thinking if I had issues, I would be off work early. I think that's a great strategy. I really do. I'm just saying, if it gets to be an issue, you could always try at night, because if they're just saying, make sure you're consistent with the day and the time, and doesn't really matter. And that's coming from the manufacturers of the medication. So that's what they say. All right, let's see. Shay, my twin, name twin. Good night. Okay, so I'm down to the chat. Okay, so Mel is dropping a gem. She says, as soon as I thought, not even did, I thought about it, I was going to lose hair. I asked for it. Minoxidil prescription from the doctor that was 2 years ago. Yes, and you know what? I never took that. You know what? I took would put the foam in my hair, and I don't know if they have do they have peels and stuff? Because that foam, it gets in your hair, just like kind of like I was sweating. Can you guys see that? I was sweating to the oldies before I got on this live, and so I'm feeling some not straight. I don't know what you call that going on. It's not as straight as it could be. So how about that? All right, let's see. Okay, let me see. Okay, all right. So let's play a game. Let's play a little game, and then we're out of here. All right, so we talked about hydration, how important that is. Fiber, 25 to 35 grams of fiber. I showed you my little things I'm getting in for the fiber. We talked about the walking, how you should walk 10 to 15 minutes after. If you're taking it at night like me, do it that next day, right? The next day, you're going to just walk it out, get a little bit of extra walking in there. That's going to help with that constipation, getting things flowing. We talked about what to do when you can't eat. I believe she is Tamika, dropped a gem for us in there, talking about how, she eats her small meals. And if you've been following my channel, I talk about that often, eating small meals, little protein bites if you can. Guys, also, I hope you're going on my community post. I'm dropping gems daily on that community post. If I'm not dropping a gem, I am trying to, and dropping a gem for people who don't know the DD lingo. Dropping the gem just means I'm giving you some good facts, right? I'm hitting you with the GLP-1 facts of it all. And so I'm telling you, on those, go to my community post every day for something daily. Some weeks I'm just uplifting. Some weeks I'm just giving you some uplifting things. And, I want to start putting some things on my community post that's not necessarily, well, it's relevant because it's motivation. So, and it's not necessarily like weight loss. So I think I'm going to do that one of these weeks. But I see people are stepping up their post game. I love to see it because mine is sure stepped up. So, and I'm on a streak. I've been having a post every day. I don't know how many months in a row it's been, but yeah, I'm doing it well. So I love that because I love to motivate folks if I can. All right, so go on those community posts. Easy meals. What my post tomorrow is going to be talking about that, or was it today? I think my post today was about walking. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about easy meals on my community post, and then on Friday I'm going to be talking about the sleep of it all. And I have something personal to share. It's going to be on Friday on my community post. So check out my community post on Friday. I love that. I love that. I'm excited about what I'm going to share with you guys on Friday. And it's going to be in the post. And I don't think it's going to be on a video. So, all right. Are we ready? Let's just play a little game. I don't know. Do you guys want to play? Is your memory good? Do you want to play something that you got to remember? So you're going to have to remember the A, B, C, and D of it all. So we can either play. Let me see. I'm trying to think. I got 2 games here. Oh, okay, let's do this one. I have a multiple choice game, but I'm not going to do that because that's a lot of thinking at almost 10 o'clock at night. Stephanie, we have a new member. Thank you, Stephanie. Hey, I said, thank you, Stephanie. Hey, I said, thank you, Stephanie. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you for joining. I love that. All right, Stephanie. Okay, so let me, I'm going to be doing a lot more with my membership too when I retire. I got to think of some creative things that I can do. So I'm glad you became a member, but that's okay because we're going to ramp this membership up to another level. Let's see. I want to give you and all the people. Let me get just real quick. Give the people that gave some super chats because I appreciate that too. All right, so we got Mel. Thank you. We got Bellflower, thank you. And we got our new member, thank you. So let me give you all a thank you. I forgot to do that. And if you're one of my friends, outside of YouTube, you talk to me, I love to thank people. I love for people. All right, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. We got one more. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, so let's just see. Let's end this. I like to end with something that's just not hearing myself talk so much. All right, so if you're out there watching, we got 50 people watching out there. You can play along too. So this is called bingo. Geez, Louise, how about that? This is called bingo. So I'm going to tell you what the rules are. So if you're hanging in there to play, this is called bingo, B-I-N-G-O. So I want you to keep track. Now, I'm not going to be able to keep track because I'm the hostess with the mostest. So you have to keep track about how many you're answering. Okay, so this is bingo. Let me let this up. Okay. All right. So you're going to say bingo if this is you. This is something you do. If not, you're going to say no, this is not me. So let me add that to it. So so we can see. So we're going to say bingo. We're going to say, let's say nope. Nope. No, not you. And ooh, and if you're working on it. So if you're one of those people that don't want to do a lot of I wanted to type that in caps. Sorry. Working on it. Wasn't sure which game I was playing, but I like this one better. It's less to do. Okay. All right. So, geez, Louise. Okay. So, bingo, nope, or are you working on it? Put that in the chat. I'm going to be watching the chat like a hawk. Okay. All right, so I want you to keep track of how many bingos you have. How many bingos you have. So whoever has the most bingos, you are the winner. Hopefully you can get a chicken dinner, but I don't know where I would get one from. I almost drank this whole thing of water. I'm excited. Jeez, Louise. Okay, all right, but then that means I might be up. Okay, so bingo. If you did it, so you can just put a B. If you're nasty like Miss Jackson, put a B if you're nasty. You can put an N for nope, or you can write it out, or you can put a W for working on it. So I'm going to read a prompt, and you just tell me bingo, nope, or working on it. Whoever has the most bingos are the winner. Now, it's the winner. Now, don't say you have a you're bingo if you're not doing it. Okay, all right. Now, come on, the smartest chat in all GLP-1 land. All right, so the first one is you forget to drink water, enough water the day after your shot. Are you doing that? So are you a bingo? Nope, or working on it? And I'm going to play this game. I am a, you forget to drink enough water the day after your shot day. So bingo is yes, that's me. I don't know if that's a good thing to have the most bingo then. Let's see, not me and working on it. So yeah, that's having the most bingo is not going to be a good thing. I take that back. So I'm going to say no because I do drink enough water. Okay. All right. So yeah. All right. I'm a nope. Okay. All right. Very good. So we got a lot of, does element count? Yes. We're going to count that element. Yes, we are. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. So we got, so Grant is not drinking. Grant, are you saying you're not drinking enough water? Okay. D. Hey, D, how are you? I didn't see you up in here. Or did I? Okay, all right. So we got a lot of notes. Okay, so that means that we are drinking that water. I love that. Okay, all right. There I am. Okay, all right. Working on it. Okay, very good. All right. So if you're working on it, I think that's great. Ruth, how are you? And she then added a different profile pic, looking fabulous as ever. Okay, so you do. Okay, that's kind of, I've confused myself with this now. I'm just like, what in the world? Okay. Okay, all right. So that's good. Okay, do you do this? You do better when you, oh, D, this is for you. You do better when you add electrolytes. So you do better at drinking your water when you add electrolytes. Is that you or not? I'm going to say bingo, flamingo, because I do better, even though I can go without, but I do a good job with the electrolytes of it all. All right, so you do better when you add electrolytes. You do better at drinking the water. All right, what are you guys saying? People are saying hello. You drink a ton of element. Yeah, the only thing is I would watch out for that element with your blood pressure. And if your blood pressure is not an issue, then I wouldn't worry about it. But I would just check with your doctor, make sure, right? You want to make sure. You know, drinking water is important because you can mess up your kidneys if you're not drinking enough water. That is for sure. That's going to eventually affect your kidneys not getting enough water in. And being dehydrated is the worst, right? You don't want to be, people faint, pass out, have to go to the hospital. You just have to get IVs. You just don't want to do that. Oh yeah, I could drink straight water. That's what I just drank this live, straight water. No electrolytes at all. Let's see. Okay, so yeah. ABC and element. Yes, I love that, Mel. Now I can drink ABC in my element water. Like it's not the same as my good old tasting, but you know. Now somebody else, Stephanie, told me that they were drinking Pedialyte too. And I guess that is right. And I bet you they don't have a lot of salt that these other ones have because it's for children. So I think I was going to try that. I'm going to go get me a Pedialyte. Do they have grape? I think I like grape. I'm going to try that. And my daughter was asking about can she have electrolytes? I'm going to talk to her doctor about that because kids run around, sweat, do all kind of stuff. And I thought in the summertime, is that a good thing for her to drink? She swims every day in the summer, so I wondered about that. I do too. Who said this? Yeah, we are alike with that because I like that too. Electrolytes for me is adding cucumbers, mint, basil, pineapple. Ooh, I don't like those packaged electrolyte mixes. All right, very good. I love that. Very healthy. Sounds like it's healthy. I have different flavor packets that I use when necessary. Okay, so you're not just drinking them every day. Okay, very good. I need to drink more raw element. I'm spoiled to the flavored ones. Yeah, me too. Me too. I love the flavored ones. Okay, so Grant, you're doing the same thing as Darium, adding when needed. Okay, very good. You guys are on it. Okay, what about this statement? It's either bingo. Did you say something? Okay, I thought I saw Bev in here saying something. Okay, so let me put up the reminder. Okay, so bingo, nope, or working on it. So you're not very hungry the day after your shot. Who else is not very hungry the day after their shot? Is anybody? I'm gonna say that's a bingo for me. Yeah, I'm not very hungry that first day after my shot. Now, so I'm gonna go with the bingo. So that is me. What about you guys? Are you hungry? You're not very hungry the day after your shot. Oh, okay. So Mindy, so that's not you. Okay, so Mindy, you can eat the day after your shot. Darium can too. Most folks are bingos. Okay. Okay, so Sweet Bee, you can too. Okay. I used to not be hungry after 2 days. Oh wow, Mel. Jeez Louise. Okay, nope. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, all right. So yeah. All right, very good. So some people can't eat. So again, we're all different. I love that. All right, what about this one? Have you ever waited too long to eat and then felt even worse? Who's done that? You waited too long to eat after your injection and felt worse. And that's where we get the nausea. I think some people start feeling nausea from not eating, right? Like you start to feel nauseous, and you could just really is that a hunger like a hidden hunger symptom for some of us? So what are you guys doing with that? Have you ever waited too long to eat and then you felt worse because you didn't eat? So people are saying nope, nope. Okay, we have some bingos, we have some nope, some bingos, nope. No. Okay, all right, very good. Oh, okay, so you started feeling weak. Okay, all right, very good. So what did you do to when that happened? How did you fix that, Bee Moose? All right, we got some bingos. I'm throw these up here real quick. Okay, all right, very good. No, all right, very good. So, Bingos, if you want to tell us, how did you fix that? All right, what about this one? Ooh, easy meals save you on your low energy days. And tell us what when you say bingo, that nope, or you're working on it. What are some quick, easy meals that we could give somebody that's like your go-to? And I'm gonna say, for me, and actually sometimes it's deviled eggs too. Like instead of boiled eggs, I'm not that big of a fan of boiled eggs, but I like a good deviled egg. So sometimes I make up some deviled eggs and just have them to pop in. And I put a little bit of mayo. Sometimes I don't put mayo. I put like a mustard relish kind of combo because to make the yolk kind of creamy. So what are you guys doing? That's a good. I have these turkey crumbles that I get. They're I think Jimmy John's, is that the name of the brand? And I have turkey crumbles and I put that in the microwave and eat that. It's like little quick sausage bites, turkey sausage. I don't eat regular sausage like pork sausage or chicken sausage. I love those. I'm not a big dairy fan, but I will have yogurt if I need to get something quick in there. So things like that. What is your go-to? Rotisserie chicken, I think that gets me in trouble with the salt of it all, but that is a good option for some who don't have the blood pressure worry. And I have tuna. I have some tuna right now, Bev. I wanted to have it for dinner, but I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. So a can of tuna is high in protein. Yes, I love tuna. What else are you guys having? Yeah, it is hard to eat, but you force yourselves if you feel nauseous. Yes. Whatever my husband makes me, Mindy, we love that. We love that for you. Okay, so we got some rotisserie chicken, some canned French string beans. Oh, I haven't heard that. That's awesome. Okay, very good. The French string beans. Bingo. I meal prep overnight oats. Oh, tell us your overnight oats recipe. Chickpea chicken salad. That sounds good. Bacon, boiled eggs to have on hand. Isn't it nice to have that stuff ready? Because when I don't have that stuff ready, I could just go off the walls. Pre-made portion, pre-packaged homemade soup. Ooh, pop in the microwave, 3 minutes. That sounds good. Deviled egg sounds good. Yeah, it spices up those eggs. So, I think boiled eggs could get boring after a while. I also keep sardines and tuna stocked and ready. Yeah, and I buy the tuna, but I was just reading today that they were saying not to eat tuna. Like it's certain kind. Let me read it to you about the tuna of it all, because I think that's important. Who knows the worry of eating too much seafood? Who knows what the worry is? It's always something to worry about, isn't it? It's something to worry about. I'm going to tell you guys this joke. I'm going to remember for next week. I'm not going to tell it this week. I'm going to tell it next week. It's so true. So true. The reason why I say next week, because it might go with my topic for next week better. This joke that I want to tell. So I'm going to say, so who knows? I didn't see anybody put in the comments. Who knows what the worry is if you're somebody who's eating seafood every single day? And Darium hates yes, Brenda. Oh, Darium said it. Oh, Dee said it. Okay, I thought I didn't see it in there. You guys are right. The mercury of it all. So we got to be careful that we're not eating tuna every day. And I had to look this up because remember I said my daughter gave up meat for Lent, and I wanted to make sure that she's not eating too much. I don't know if I could find it. It might be. Let me see. Where did I file this at? But the tuna of it all. But I remember them saying to eat it 2 to 3 times a week. It's a certain kind of tuna that has less mercury, because they were asking if I was asking a question about the tuna, and they were asking me, is it canned tuna or is it packaged tuna? And I said it's packaged, not the one in the can. And yeah, I can't find it. I don't want to keep you guys waiting. So if I'll put it up on my post if I find it. Yeah, I don't see where I put it. But yeah, I thought it was, oh wait, maybe it's in here. I think it might be in here. Jeez Louise. Yeah, the tuna of it all. Is this it? No. It's not in here. I'll never find it at this pace. Okay, but yeah, so we get it too. Just don't overdo it with that tuna. That's all. Felicia Cafe, how are you? Is that Felicia Cafe? Is that Felicia Cafe? I don't know. Whatever it is, welcome into the chat. Real good chicken nuggets or chicken tenders, 23 grams of protein, good cultured cottage cheese and romaine lettuce. Okay, very good. That sounds good. Yeah, I do get the wild caught tuna too. I do get that. Okay, so somebody says 40 oats. Ooh, okay. Oh, this is Sweet Bee telling us the recipe. Okay, 40 grams of oats, 60 milliliters of coconut milk, 1 scoop of protein powder, 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed, cinnamon. Oh, and unfiltered whole milk. Okay, very good. I always see that and think the consistency of it, I'm not going to like, but I hear that if you get the right oats, you don't have to worry about that. Is that true? Okay, so you say Safe Catch brand tuna is low in mercury. That's what I use. Okay, all right, very good. Thank you. Felicia Fee, or Felicia Faye. Is it Felicia Faye? Okay, very good. I love the name Felicia. Okay, let's see. Let's do 2 more. Ooh. Okay, what about this one? Oh, what about this one? So let me find the last little thing. Okay. So what about this one? The day after your shot, your energy can feel down. Is that happening to anybody? The day after your shot, your energy feels down. Fee. Okay. Felicia Fee. Okay, very good. Thank you. Is that happened to everybody? Some of us, none of us. I also sometimes chia seeds is also good. Flax seeds for that fiber. Yes. I tend to alternate and mix things up from time to time. I love that. All right, very good. So you guys are saying the day after your shot, your energy can feel down. Okay. Yeah. And you kind of just have to fight through it. Which I, do. Jeez Louise. No. Okay. No. Okay. All right. Very good. All right. I think I would be a bingo. That would be me. All right. Last one. Sleep makes a difference. for your whole week. Sleep is going to make a difference for your whole week. Is that a bingo? Nope. Or are you working on it? And when I say sleep, I mean getting let's give you between 7 and 9 hours. Are you getting between 7 and 9 hours of sleep? How much sleep are you getting? The sleep of it all. Sandy, how are you? Okay, bingo. I take Lipo B for energy day after the shot. Okay, very good. I don't know much about that Lipo B. I've heard people talking about it. I'm interested in just knowing a little bit more about it. Zerium, you make me laugh. Bev, you're working on it. Jeez, Alois. I need at least 7 hours. Bingo, 7.5 hours. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. I average about 8 hours. Let me put these up because I think you guys should be bragging about this sleep you're getting. I love this. Let's see. You said it seems like since you lost weight, you don't even nap anymore. Okay. Is that a good thing? Do you think that's a good thing? All right, Sandy, how are you, Sandy? Look at you, looking like the beauty you are. Love that. Okay, all right. Some Saturdays I just don't feel like doing much after your shot. Yeah, and that's normal. Is it normal? Remember, that's what we were asking. A lot of these things are normal. Now, I did say that I was going to talk about what's abnormal. What's abnormal is if you're having severe side effects where you can't get up and walk, your stomach is just cramped, you can't eat, things like that is when you need to see a doctor. And none of this was medical advice. This was just our experience, what we know to do. I always say, talk to your doctor for medical advice. Before you try anything new or different, any of those supplements I held up, talk to your doctor, see if it's okay. Because a lot of times people have kidney things going on. People have, lots of other ailments going on and we don't know about them. So it's like, if I'm saying that to you and I don't have any of those things, we're not on the same playing field. So your situation could be different than mine and vice versa, right? Not just, from me to you, but from you to me. So I think we all have to remember that. But yeah, some of those things are not normal. Not being able to eat at all. If you go all day without eating and you can only drink, I would definitely talk to a doctor. If you're having severe cramps in your stomach, I would definitely go to a doctor. If you can't go to the restroom after 2 days and you've taken something to try to stimulate that and it has not worked, I would definitely go to a doctor. Call your doctor. If you don't have a doctor, one of the best things I can tell you on this journey for you guys to do, and I think most people in the chat have this going on, have a regular doctor. I know some of you are going to a telehealth company, which is great. And I don't know your access to a doctor. If you could just call the doctor up anytime. But if you're going to a telehealth company and you don't have access to a doctor, I would find somewhere where you can have access to a doctor, because as questions come up, even if you're on YouTube University, challenge Dee. If I say do A, B, and C, run it by your doctor, because, I don't care who it is. Anybody telling me to do anything on here, I still run it through my doctor and make sure it's okay. And I run it by, a doctor that I even know personally. Now, sometimes he's not too keen on the women's issues because he's a plastic surgeon. But, I run it by him too to see, like, what do you know about this? But so he kind of knows the female body. He does. I shouldn't say kind of. He knows. He does breast augmentation. He does, reconstructive surgery and all of that. So he knows a lot about the body. So if I really question my doctor, sometimes I'll ask him. But I'm still doing that. And I, consider myself well established in researching things and finding out things. But I still, got to be sure. So with that said, anybody want to celebrate anything else? Thank you guys for joining me tonight. It was a blast as always. Always a great learning experience. Of course, I have the best, chat in all of GLP-1 land, and so does everybody else, because a lot of these people are in a different live streams that I see going on. So anything else you want to celebrate? If not, I will say good night. Let's see. Now that's a word, Dee. I'm not sure what I was saying. Which part? Coffee could get things moving. It would depend for everything. Yes. Coffee does make me go, coffee is a diuretic, but it also makes me go to the restroom too. I guess because that, it's flushing things out, huh? Love that. The only fear with coffee, like they say, it's the caffeine of it all. But, it's like, geez, Louise, it's always something. You have to drink a lot of caffeine, though. A lot of coffee to go overboard on that caffeine. So, well, all right, Miss Brenda and everybody else, I will say have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your week. And I will see you guys next Wednesday or on Sunday. If you guys are on here, don't forget to go check out some of my older videos. Oh, I have a what to do before your shot, what to do after your injection. Ooh, my watch. Go check out that. Look, I was trying to look like I was just so frustrated. The watch of it all. Look at my smartwatch. I love this watch. If you're interested in this watch, go down in the chat. You will see that fanny watch, and I love look how it tells me. Now it tells me the date. This was 3/7 when I first got the watch. It tells me my calorie goal is 500 to burn 500 calories. It tells me that I had burned 356 at that point. Here are my steps that I had taken that day. So yeah, and I've been hitting my steps goal. So this watch is coming in handy dandy. I love it. So I have a few more steps to get to, not a lot, before I hit my 7 for the day. This was like a slow day kind of for me, believe it or not. So I said, I need to start trying to get all my steps in before I get to this live, because I sit here for a couple of hours. But that's okay. I'm about to move it and groove it and take my buns to bed. So love you guys. Have a good night. Bye.